Yeah. Okay. Next one. I think Goke is going to talk about this one.
Yeah,
Legal packs.
Yeah,
Talk to
so
us.
yeah, I mean, yeah. So I guess the reason that's an important one is because I've been stung before when tried to buy a property from auction. Now, because the property was being bought cash, we didn't go because if we had actually gotten a mortgage for the property, the issue that we found it wouldn't be an issue because
Yeah,
the lender
because
would have
they
done
would have had to do their
their
checks.
checks. So basically, the reason I'm saying is what it was we bought the property, but we didn't realize that it wasn't registered on land registry, basically. So it didn't have a title number.
Yeah.
So obviously the problem with that is you can't get a mortgage on a property that doesn't have a title number. So after we bought it, we wanted to refinance and then pull some money out. They're like, doesn't have a title number. And obviously we owned the property, don't get me wrong.
cash,
we
right?
owned the property, but obviously because it's not registered and the process takes long, especially it was during the pandemic as well. So because it took so long, it was like, yeah, it is going to take long. So we have to wait till it gets registered. So what we had to, again, if you're saying what would you do if you do find yourself in that situation? So what we did was we basically contacted the solicitor and say, look, I need to pull this money out because it's going to affect me. I was even dramatic. I didn't need to be like that. It's affecting my mental health. I said I need to raise money.
You need to cry. You need to go there crying.
But the way basically, land registry can fast track an application if you basically say you need to pull out money or it's dependent on another deal or something like that. Yeah. 10 working days, bro. I'm even doing another one now.
I always believe they can work faster.
There's always a way around it.
I always think really, they have like a pile of papers on their desk, and yours is just adding to the bottom.
Honestly.
But if they know someone,
they'd slip it out, bro. That's another thing I learned in this game. Yeah. This week, if you see the amount of time I'm chasing the council, because obviously for example, we're putting up prior approval application, it's going on. They're giving you the date that you share back from them, blah blah blah. The legal team sorting X Y Z out, bro. I literally had to, who's the legal team? Can I have a direct number for the legal team? No, sorry, we don't normally give out that. Okay, cool. I called the next day. Somebody else, one Susan in the job just slipped up. And he's like, here's the number.
Honestly.
And I'm on the legal team like, hi, I'm just waiting. Spoke to the planner. Oh, they're like, the legal team. Okay, let me call the legal team. Boom, boom, boom. And then send the email. Oh, can you please send it now while I'm on the phone? Wow. So
once you get that direct line, honestly.
And it's just about.
Imagine those developers that are doing.
Bro,
they have
tens of
on
units.
You think they're waiting 1 month when they found their house? Like one of my boys, he was in a bit of a pickle. Like he needed this house and he needed it done in the next week. He had to complete in 1 week. He completed in 1 week. Found a solicitor. Done it. He told them what it is. He said, listen, I've got 1 week. Can you do this job? They said, okay, let me know the details. They handled it in 1 week. So
there's always a way, I guess.
Yeah, there's always a way.
There's always a way. But yeah, just to go back, finish off on that one. So like we said, if you are buying an auction, look at legal pack. But even more importantly, the small prints. And if your solicitor has done all the checks and stuff like that, and they've said this is a problem, look into it. Don't just say, okay, cool. Read it and kind of know if there's anything you should be worried about. And like I said, we didn't. And even adding to that as well, if you are buying a property, let's say you're buying it cash, and after you purchase the property, they need to register the title, even if it's via, if you're buying it with mortgage. It's always important to chase up to make sure the solicitors do that ASAP, because you know when you buy a house, right? After you complete, you don't really care. You're like, that's done in it, but they still need to register it with land registry. So you're not really worried about that. So it's always important that after you get your keys, don't think that's it. Always go back to them and just say, when is it going to get registered? The title going to be just in case you need to do anything with the property. Because for me, I had to wait for that to get done before we could get development finance. So it's just like, you just never know. Just make sure, yes, we're excited, we're completed, but always go back and just make sure everyone's done the rest of the bit.
Also on that note, any property solicitors, if you're out there listening to us right now, reach out to us, like join our team, because listen, we've always got people that we can bring to you, and we also need you. So you know what I'm saying? If there's anyone out there hearing this, come on, man.
No, trust me, man.
Jump on board.
I've recently found a good solicitor.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Recommend?
Yeah, no, I will, but I can't remember their name, but I will recommend, like, you know what I'm saying? But like, it's almost like they're trying to dispel the myths. You know when sometimes solicitor will tell you, yeah, I've sent an email. right? And you're thinking, really? But these ones are saying, I've sent an email, here's a screenshot.
Oh, yeah.
There's stuff like that. Receipts. So yeah. But it's, like, it's important.
New age, a new level of.
Trust me, man.
I'm telling you, bro.
Trust me.
Next one. Yeah. So this one was a builder. Go on. Talk to us about having a builder on site.
Yeah. I think the mistake that I made with this property, which is an honest mistake, because you don't always, get a builder out to go, look at a house once you buy it. We bought this one. This was the first of two that we purchased in like quick succession. So I just thought, let's just go for it. So we went there. You actually viewed the property. You actually viewed it for me. I actually didn't view it before purchasing. He actually viewed it for me. So he saw it, sent me the video. I was happy with it. Obviously, like we said, we recommend bringing a builder down to see the property, just to see if there's anything that he can notice from his experience where he can do work on. Maybe there's damp, maybe there's some structural issues he can see from the cracks in the walls, or anything that he can notice and that he can do a little bit of a test on.
They're the professionals at the end of the day, innit?
Yeah, that could kind of do the due diligence. But we just left it. There was nothing, to be fair, there's nothing really I could see at the time. Obviously, we do assess property slightly different.
No, I'm just saying,
that was 2 years ago now, so it's slightly different.
Plus, when you go for viewings, they've got all the fancy stuff on the wall and then the wallpaper. Can't really see it.
Can't really see it. They dress it up in it. So basically, what happened is that we end up purchasing it. Long story short, we end up having a leak in the ceiling, and basically the ceiling in the kitchen fell down. Basically,
why tenants were in there?
While tenants were in there, so obviously it was coming down. There's a whole madness with the pipes and all sorts, basically. That basically what we found out was that there was something that was wrong. There was an issue with the pipes, basically. The sellers sold
that had already been there.
And it's been there for a while. The sellers had sold it that way, and just tried to patch it up so we couldn't really see it properly. And then obviously it was a costly sort of cost we had to pay. We had to get the ceiling sorted out. We just we just finished the refurb in the kitchen, so it destroyed some of the stuff that we've done in the kitchen. The bathroom as well was affected because of the piping that was going up. So it was a whole cost.
Yeah, I think it's a proper tough one.
And how much is a builder to get out? Sometimes it's free. I mean,
sometimes it's free.
It is a real tough one.
But sometimes you can just say, you can call literally someone on Gumtree or whoever and say, I'll pay you £6 just to come out with me and see. Even if he's not going to do the work, but just, you know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is a tough one, because like the situation you just mentioned, it's hard to spot that, because at the end of the day, if it's something that's happening in pipes and ceilings and stuff like that, like unless you're cutting through the ceiling, you're not really going to know what's going on.
In order for them to identify the issue, they have to cut a hole in the ceiling, and then actually start, drilling into the things and start seeing where the problem is.
And this is why it's important. Solution: just always have a contingency in your deal. Like, do you know what I'm saying? If you don't plan to do any work, assume you're going to do 5k worth of work.
Yeah, I mean that. Do you know what I'm saying? Because we have that mindset, it was fine. Like it wasn't an issue getting the work done.
Yeah.
But obviously we didn't go into it thinking that was going to be an issue.
Yeah.
And it meant that it just delayed things with. Or not delayed things, but it just caused issues with the tenants. They're just thinking, why my ceiling coming in? I just moved in a week ago, and now my ceiling's falling in.
And they start asking for a lower rent.
Yes, literally. So it was a whole madness. But
or they start just saying that they're not paying rent till it's fixed.
boy, luckily,
that's the one that I get.
Yeah, luckily in this case, I think we gave them reduced rent for that month.
Yeah.
Until we got it sorted in, and after that. We actually did the kitchen up and the bathroom. We said, look, we have to increase it now. So hopefully we make our money back.
Yeah. So like, would you say an answer to that is, if you're gonna maybe be if you factored in costs to actually do up the property, then bring a builder.
I'll say two things.
Yeah.
I would say, number one, do the initial viewing. But even though he viewed it, I should have went to go view it myself.
Okay.
And I should have went there with an extensive checklist, and then everything that he saw almost validated. You know what I mean? Because now I have a checklist. I can go through it one by one, and I can kind of go through it extensively. Without a builder, I probably don't even need one to be fair at this point.
Yeah.
But and then after that, obviously, just to do extra due diligence, get a builder in just to make sure that I'm.
And like I said, you're not going to see everything. Just have a contingency. Like some stuff you can't see, checklists or no checklists, you can't see it because it's all hidden in the walls and ceilings. So
just part and parcel. That's property that you know.
Yeah, you know what? As you were actually talking, it made me think of something that probably is a mistake when you actually think about it, which is the offers that you put in. Maybe they're too small. Maybe they're too under the asking price of what could be out there. When you can offer more, but you're thinking, let me try save a bit, and then someone's come in and offered more than you, but then they've taken it and it's a great deal. So for example, go on.
I was gonna say that's a costly mistake with.
It is a costly mistake.
Yeah, because you might lose out on a property that is in a fantastic location. That let's just say for whatever reason, like they're building Disneyland across the road. Like you just missed out on a great deal because of a couple £1,000 that you wanted to try.
Exactly. So
here's the top.
And here's even a story. So imagine, without putting too many figures out there, but I will give figures. So imagine you've got a really sought after street. Everyone wants to live here, and then you've got a property on that street that's like 100k under the asking value, or I'll say market value, but then it's run down. So they factored in the fact that you're going to need to do it up heavy. But it could be like you could spend 50k on it and it's worth 150k more. Like it's on a really nice street. So letting agent, like it was like an open house type of thing. So imagine they can't really tell, like let's say me and you are going separately and you've tried to put in an offer to them. They can't tell me what you've offered. But then it's in their best interest to tell me because they're working for someone that's selling the property and they should be really trying to get the highest offer rather than saying, sorry, I can't tell you. So obviously in that where, imagine trying to get it out of him. So you're trying to get it out, okay, so how much should I offer? He's like, yeah, I mean, 20 will do. Do you know what I mean? 20 over will do it. So thinking, came in, obviously didn't get it, and he said somebody offered 40 more. But even offering 40 more than the asking price would have still been a really good deal. So it's a thing where spoke to a builder afterwards and he was like, mate, I would offer at least 45 more. Do you know what I mean? So it's just thinking about things, trying to be too, you know what I mean, trying to save a bit of money when really, if it's within your budget, offer what you're going to offer anyway, because when you try to, I think when their offer comes in, when their lender comes in to do their own checks.
Valuation,
yeah. And if it's too much, if you've offered too much and they say, listen, it's only worth, 20k under what you've offered, then you're not going to pay that amount anyway. So it's in your best interest just to offer what you can actually afford to offer if you can't afford to miss that deal sometimes.
I would say, I mean, another small mistake is probably just simple, but not viewing enough properties. Like, if you're a first-time buyer and you're trying to get a property.
I think a lot of people probably do that a lot because they see something that they're gassed by, the first property.
Yeah. Like, even me that's been in it and, as a sourcer and an investor, is regular. I'm regularly, every day, talking to agents and landlords.
Different
even
deals.
me, I get deflated. Do you know what I mean? Like, if I in a day call 20 agents and I'm only able to book 3 viewings. I'm thinking, brother, like out of these 3, how many am I gonna really get if I'm putting in offers? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's literally a numbers game, and you got to have like the must-haves list and then the need have list, and you can cross off the must-haves. Have a couple of the need to haves, and then after that, just go for as many properties as you can. Do you know what I mean? Especially as investment. When it's residential, it's slightly different because there is a bit more
sentimental, emotional,
value,
attachment.
But buy-to-lets or any sort of investment property, it's not.
You got to take your emotion out of it.
You got to treat it totally different. The two, innit? Like one is emotions.
Exactly, because if it's for you that you want to live in, you will overlook a lot, and you'll normally pay a bit more if it's what you want.
That's actually a mistake they make. They treat investment property. A lot of people treat investment properties like residential.
Yeah.
They say, I wouldn't live in it.
Yeah.
It doesn't have an open plan kitchen. I'm like, bro.
Or like, I like the color of the kitchen.
I have to go through the kitchen to go to the bathroom. I'm like, bro, that's how they live.
Live in the Midlands. Yeah.
Oh wow, you just reminded me of a good one, a really good one. This is probably one that a lot of people make. Not looking at the floor plan. Oh man, like they will literally see a house and see that the bathroom is in the kitchen and say it's a write-off. Meanwhile, the floor plan, if you looked at it, you can just move that bathroom there, or you can move the toilet here, or you can create space upstairs where you can have an ensuite. So a lot of people don't even look at the floor plan, or they don't factor in the fact that they can do up the property into what they want.
That goes to another point though, like a mistake as well as a first-time buyer is